When consuming information, it is extremely important to understand the purpose for which that information is being created. Purpose is the reason for the existence of this information. Consider these questions. What is the purpose of the information? Is it to inform? Is it to teach, sell, entertain, or perhaps persuade? Do the authors or sponsors make their intentions or purposes clear? Is the information fact, opinion, or propaganda? Does the point of view appear objective and impartial? What are the political, ideological, cultural, religious, institutional, or personal biases? It isn't always easy to identify and evaluate a resource's purpose, and it can often be difficult to assess. One example I love to look at is the bias within news media. Different news outlets, although should try to be impartial, tend to have various political affiliations. To see this easily displayed, consider a website like allsides.com. This website takes a particular news event and shows media coverage from 3 different news outlets with different political biases. One from the center, one from the left, and one from the right. We can see from the headlines that each news outlet's language is a little bit different. Now, if we pull back from the idea of news media and look at some of our own information communities or information needs, it isn't so black and white. We need to learn for ourselves how to dig a little deeper into identifying the purpose of the information that we are consuming. Let's look at my first example, buying a new digital camera. If we go back to my PC Mag example, and if we scroll to the bottom of the page, many websites have an About Us page. This is a great starting point as it usually provides us some information about the resource. In this example, we can see that the website gives us some transparent information about how they test and review various products. If I scroll down the page, I see some interesting links and language that make me think I should explore these too. For example, I see a link called Editorial Principles. Clicking on this link leads me to the PC Mag's mission statement. Mission statements is a formal summary of the aims and values of a company, organization, or individual. In many cases, this typically tends to be a company's fundamental purpose. Let's quickly look at PC Mag's mission statement. The mission statement was updated on December 7, 2020, so it's relatively recent, and I feel comfortable that it is current and reflects their mission today. My initial concern with PC Mag is that I thought it might take paid endorsements. However, looking at their mission statement under the heading Independence, it states that they can't accept any compensation or gifts of significant value from vendors, nor can they own stock in companies with their coverage area. So when I step back and consider the purpose of PC Mag, I do feel a bit more confident in this resource. My initial concern that PC Mag was writing content that was from a paid endorsement of the products that they review seemed to be less concerning after looking at their mission statement. However, we do need to be aware that the language they use, where they say, can't accept any compensation or gifts of significant value from vendors, what does that mean? I'm not 100% sure, but I do feel a little bit better about their purpose after reading their mission statement. If we look at a resource like YouTube, things become a little bit more confusing. Unfortunately, YouTube's About page talks more about their platform, which makes sense. People use YouTube for all kinds of content, so it makes sense that they won't go into details about every channel. That wouldn't be possible. However, it is important to know that YouTube has things like the YouTube Partner Programs, which states that creators can monetize their content. From here, we can also look at YouTube's monetization policies if we want to learn more about that. I won't bore you by going into these things, but just know that these programs do exist and content creators can have monetary incentives to drive viewers to their channel. When I was searching for purchasing a new digital camera, I ran into many instances where the reviews that I watched were either paid for or the reviewer would provide affiliate links that would send me to various online retailers where I could purchase the item being reviewed. For example, if we look at the Tech Through the Lenses channel that I showed you in an earlier video, we can see that there is a disclaimer which states, affiliate links included. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. You might be asking yourself, what is an affiliate link? An affiliate link typically means that you use a content creator's link to purchase from an online retailer. They earn a commission from you buying the product using that link. Although this doesn't mean that the video is something that I would necessarily avoid, it's certainly something that we should consider when trying to identify the purpose of a video. Think about this. Would someone who gets money from you using their affiliate links create a review that makes you not want to buy a product that they have commission for? While doing my research for a new digital camera, I certainly didn't write off the information and review videos on YouTube, but seeing these disclaimers made me aware that there was a benefit if I bought the product, and did so using their affiliate link. This is just something I want you to consider. While on the topic of affiliate links and endorsements, I wanted to point out the FTC's endorsement guidelines. This short brochure identifies how those established consumer protection principles apply in social media and influencer marketing. It is an interesting document found on ftc.gov, which, as we remember, is a US government website. Now let's look at my second example. I mentioned in one of my earlier videos that I trusted wowhead.com as a good source of information for World of Warcraft content. Wowhead, like other websites, has an About Us page, which tells us a bit about this resource. Let's look at Wowhead's About Us page. Wowhead was created with one sole intent: providing World of Warcraft players with tools and information to make their gameplay more enjoyable. This website is our contribution to this wonderful game. We pride ourselves on our comprehensive database with helpful user comments, popular tools, lightning-fast data mining to uncover the latest test realm updates, and detailed guides written by professional players on all popular WoW topics, including classes, collections, secrets, and raids. If we scroll down the page, we can see the Wowhead team information, which includes bios and links to their social media. When we go back to the main page, I want to show you something. I use an ad blocker on my browser, so in most cases, I'll never see an ad running on various websites. If I turn that ad blocker off and refresh the page, I can see that this site does make use of a number of ads, which means the site is gaining ad revenue from having ads run on their site. Have you ever been to a website where the ads are obnoxious and all over the screen? Sometimes these sites can make you click through multiple pages just to get more ads on your screen because they want to make money. Sometimes sites will also provide you with a sample of information and then block more content behind a paywall. Again, these are just things to consider when looking at the purpose of websites. If we consider your own information community or information need, do you ever dig a little deeper to see the purpose of the website that you're consuming information from? Does it provide an About Us page? Think about the questions I asked earlier. What is the purpose of the information? Is it to inform, teach, sell, entertain, or persuade? Do the authors or sponsors make their intentions or purposes clear? Is the information fact? Is it opinion? Is it propaganda? Does the point of view appear objective and impartial? Are there political, ideological, cultural, religious, institutional, or personal biases? Not all of these questions might apply to your information community or information need, but do your best to identify if any do apply. Feel free to talk about your findings on the discussion board, which we'll unlock after you watch this video.